Pagans versus the Hells Angels. Yes, we're going to be talking about this Vice TV video that claims as two of America's most notorious outlaw motorcycle gangs. The Hells Angels and the Pagans have had a fierce and sustained rivalry. Their ongoing violence and animosity, rooted in conflict over territory and influence, are well known against the East Coast backdrop of motorcycle clubs. Yeah, we're going to be talking about this one.
Rev it up, feel the roar, hit the road, let's explore. Insane Throttle bringing news by James Hollywood Mesa Carey. Engine scream, we ride free. Truth and grit for you and me. From the streets to your screen.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about this one. You know, actually, it was like 7:30 in the morning. Black Dragon called me up. Hey, did you see this new thing about the Pagans and Hells Angels on Vice TV? Now, Vice TV, their producers reach out to me and Black Dragon all the time, trying to get us on one of these episodes. And my answer is always, nope, no way, not going to happen. You're out of luck when it comes to Insane Throttle coming on to any of your programs. And, you know, we've seen how that worked out with National Geographic when they, reworded everything I said, edited it out. So I wasn't about to go on to something like this program. But what I do notice is, since Black Dragon and myself are not going on these shows, they're picking up random YouTubers with no freaking following at all, and especially ones that don't have a motorcycle, never been in a motorcycle club. Most of them are out of this prison niche on YouTube, and they sit there and talk about clubs like they know what the hell's going on. And when I talked to BD about it, I was like, man, all they do is watch us and then take what we say, and now they're an expert and stuff. So when this premiered, I sat there, I actually skimmed through it. I wasn't going to watch the whole damn thing because all it is a wannabe gangland type of deal. They even got the frickin' narrator from the old gangland doing their programs now. I ain't gonna show you the video. It's on YouTube. I'm sure everybody has watched it because there's almost like 1 million views on it. But here is just some of what Vice TV said. They nicknamed it or titled it, whatever you want to say, the cold-blooded rivalry between the Hells Angels and the Pagans MC. Then it comes up with insiders believe the brutal feud will come to a head soon, leading to deadly consequences on both sides. So basically what they're doing is trying to push this. One thing that a lot of people don't understand, especially you supporters, you cheerleaders, the ones that want to go out there and know everything, speak on the club, even though you're not on the club, don't realize is your internet BS really does cause problems for motorcycle clubs. Goes on to say, as two of America's most notorious outlaw motorcycle gangs, the Hells Angels and Pagans have a fierce and sustained beef, if you will. Their ongoing violence and animosity, rooted in conflict over territory and influence, are well known across the East Coast. Well, when they say it's going to come to a head, this has been going on for decades now, for one. And number two, if you actually watch that video, that episode, whatever you want to call it, it's basically nothing but about the Pagans. It goes on to say Vice's United Gangs of America, yes, that's what they're calling their series right now, offers an inside look at such groups, exploring some of the most dangerous gangs in the United States, featuring exclusive interviews, raw footage, and firsthand accounts. Now, one thing they're not going to tell you is most of the people that they actually got on there are out bad, and some of them even say that. But when you're talking about exclusive interviews about people or with people that never had a motorcycle or never been in a club as your experts, you're really doing a disservice to yourself because you look like a bunch of clowns. You look like a bunch of clowns. And when I look at some of these that have been doing it, that's been tiptoeing into the biker niche, you can tell they're repeating a lot of stuff from known influencers that have been said. And here you got them on a national program talking about how they're an exclusive, that they're experts. You're just retarded. And that's where people can't stand the media enough. You don't try to put on an actual factual show. What you want to do is hype it up so much, put titles like that, so you get the views. Now, as a influencer, I understand getting views and stuff, what you have to do, like with biker news. If I sat there and talked all day about how good bikers do for their communities, their charity rides, their charity towards places like St. Jude's or veterans, nobody watches. I get that. Everybody who's been in this gets that. They want the blood and guts. And, the old adage, if it bleeds, it leads. Yeah, it's true. Nobody wants to see all the good stuff. They want to see all the bad stuff. So I saw you in this video, and you even brought up the Sutar soldiers, which you were way off on that one. I guess you don't like confirming what people tell you or something. But you had it was all about the pagans mostly. I have to say about 70-80% of it was, and it didn't even cover your topic. I guess they had Lou Dobbs' grandson on there. He was all paganed up and stuff. I don't know if the club gave him the go-ahead with that, but I always do try to tell the clubs, hey, get your side of the story out. But doing it that way, if you approved it, I don't know, man. Some of the stuff that he had to say, nobody should have known. But you got to be careful, man, when you're watching this kind of stuff because it isn't based on fact. A lot of this stuff, actually, how they do it is they'll take a little bit of proof, and next thing you know, they'll twist it all over and give it that freaking, drama look to it so you keep on watching. But it doesn't amaze me. You have the schlucks that never been around bikes or motorcycle clubs, they'll watch it. But when you got people that actually know what the hell's going on and they're giving that kind of support to something like that, that I do shake my head with because it's like, really, man? You're like freaking supporting these people? What's wrong with you? But what's even more wrong, and I'll say it over and over again, if you never had a motorcycle, you don't have a motorcycle, you've never been in a club, then what the hell are you doing talking about it? You could bring all the out bad people you want on a show. That doesn't make you an expert in this crap. And it's sure to hell, you hear a lot of these guys, well, I have people and dude, all you're doing is getting emailed by freaking people. It's not like you got actual freaking sources. Or you actually got it to where you have some standards, like in St. Throttle, we'll only talk to the people that are actually in charge of said club. where you'll take it, you know what? You don't even know half the time if these people are in clubs that are emailing you, but you want to pass it off as you're getting some kind of information from inside the club. If you really think people are going to buy that, you're stupid. Well, what am I saying? Yeah, you know, yeah. Anyway, what do you all think of that, man? It's like, really? Come on. If you're going to go watch it with a grain of salt. But that's just some of my thoughts on this type of stuff right now. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe, and also get that book, man. It's over on Amazon right now. The Betrayal series, Power and Betrayal, is the one that was just released, and Brotherhood and Betrayal, of course, is right there. Don't forget, man, Insanity Music, man. We got your playlist covered when you're going out and riding, man. We got rock, we got country, everything over on YouTube. Rock on.
Welcome to 1990 Chicago, where trust is a trap and betrayal runs deep. The Betrayal Chronicles real-life book series by James Hollywood Machikari drags you into the middle of the biker underworld like never before. In Power and Betrayal, a kingpin rises and falls in a storm of drugs and deceit. Then Brotherhood and Betrayal throws you into a fight for loyalty where every choice bleeds. Get the Betrayal Chronicles series now with grit, guilt, and redemption on every page. Available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold. Also available is autographed copies by James Hollywood Machikari on www.insanethrottlebikersnews.com.